welcome back to the channel. You know what's fixing to happen. Say it with me now. Man. That right there will straighten you right out. Straighten you right out. So, what are we doing? We did a tiny bit of off-camera work. Here's that. Well, we just went ahead and hot dogged this one right on up. I didn't like how much thread we had coming out of the barrel on each end. It was kind of flimsy feeling, even when it was tight. So I went to Lowe's and got this. Wanted to get a little smaller one, but this is what they had. And it's got a metal plate that, you know, kind of like an exhaust clamp almost. And we got it nutted on the other side and put an eyelet on it. So now it's a lot more sturdy. I mean, that dude ain't going. I'm shaking the whole car, you know, I'm moving everything. So the back strap 2000, we got it locked down now. So this 10 rib can do what it wants, and it'll probably just snap the snout of the crank off. But anyway, we know this part ain't going nowhere. It is not doing no flexing. Let me get this. Yeah, we ain't getting no flexing. So anyway, boom. So there you go. Got the back strap 2000. It's on there, ready to go. Ain't got to worry about our blower moving around. We ordered a couple other little things, cosmetically, changing a couple little things under the hood. So just for my own personal preference, you know, cosmetics mean a lot to me. I won't say that cosmetics mean a lot, but a certain look means a lot to me. Like, I know how I want it to look. I can see it in my head. That vision does evolve and change, but I kind of see where I want it to look. Certain things don't bother me, certain things do bother me, so on and so forth. That blue distributor cap bothers me. I ain't gonna lie about that. The other thing we're gonna do is put our quick release quadrant in it. It's got a 2-hook in it now. I think it's a double hook, but we're just gonna take it out. I'm not super happy, even though I haven't driven it. I'm not super happy with just the clutch feel thing. I'm just not super happy with it. So we're gonna put this in here, and at least in my mind, I'll have done at least one of the things that, you know, will make my life better. So whether it changes how I feel about how the clutch pedal feels and stuff like that, how it releases and stuff, I don't know. But I'm putting this in and then readjust the clutch, and we'll see where it's at. At that point, we're pretty much got everything done to where we can drive it or whatever. So we need to do a little testing. Speaking of testing TOON, we had one scheduled for this coming weekend, but it got canceled. So hopefully I'll have the car at home. At least on that Sunday, I can take it out and do a little driving, because we have been getting absolutely killed by the weather. And honestly, a lot of the country is too, you know, but we have been getting killed by the weather. It's like every weekend. It looks beautiful during the week, and then it looks like crap on the weekend. It's raining, or it rains a bunch, and it's just, you know, and it's just miserable. It's been like this for like a month and a half, it seems like. It's killing me. So on days that I would have the cars where I could go do some test driving and stuff like that, where I got a little room to let them roam a little bit, I can't. So, but this Sunday, the weather it's not going to be fantastic, but it's not supposed to rain. And so at least maybe we can take the car out and drive it around, let it, you know, let it roam a little bit. So anyway, but before we do that, we got to do this. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. We've also got our DCR TOON 3.0 for SILVERCAR. He loaded this on the chip, so we've still got our motes stuff in here with our TOON that we had. So we're gonna put the TOON in, and then we're gonna, once we fire it up and stuff, after we do the clutch thing, we're going to reset the timing and try it at, you know, 10 base, and just let the computer ramp it and do it how it wants, instead of it being locked out. Just try it like that. We can always change it back. Once again, looking at the differences. One is how the clutch cable is grabbed at a little bit of an angle. And then secondly, at the actual ramp rate of how the quadrant works. So it's not a huge difference, but, and you can see how far, technically how far back where the pickup point is for the cable. And then, like I said, the ramp rate, so all quadrants are not created equal. So anyway, I mean, this one worked. I'm just not happy with what we had. So we're gonna try this out. Obviously been a couple weeks, I guess, since we made a video. We've worked on the silver car and it has frustrated me. It's got me aggravated, so I just need to walk away from it for a little bit. If you're wondering what's going on, I'm still not happy with the clutch. We got the clutch quadrant in. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but that's not the main problem. The main problem is it has a nasty hanging idle. When I say, I mean, I didn't know exactly what it could be. Thought maybe it's got a vacuum leak, so squirted around the intake stuff, didn't find anything. Then thought maybe something's going on in the IAC. I don't know. I mean, I say nasty hanging idle, I'm talking like 2,500. So we got a real problem. We can't even drive it. It's just a total nightmare. Now, under wide open throttle, it feels pretty good, but whatever. That doesn't mean anything. So the SVO throttle body, Special Vehicle Operations, not SVO Mustang, throttle body, the Boss 86 that's on there I didn't even notice this before, which you would think I would have, doesn't even have a provision for the IAC to do anything. It's just blocked off. I mean, there's nothing, it's never been drilled. That's how they came. They were a race part. So IAC wouldn't do anything anyway. And we changed the throttle body out. Now, when we did this, we noticed there was what I would consider an excessive amount of oil in the upper intake, which shouldn't be there since everything is open breather. So one of two things is going on. It's either got the intake gasket is leaking, because it doesn't like smoke or anything like that. Intake gasket's leaking, or it's something's going on with the intake. Like there's because it's had some welding done to it, and I mean from the bottom side, I don't know, something's going on. The car doesn't have great vacuum at idle. It never has, but at least when I first started, I had to go back and look at the videos. When I first started it, it would idle and stuff like that and not have problem, but it's gotten worse. So something's going on. And when I, went in and put the throttle body on, I changed throttle bodies, whatever, and it didn't do anything, of course. So I was really kind of out of time at that to start tearing it apart, and out of patience, to be quite honest. I just, I'm just, So I just have to step away from it for a week or two, and nothing makes me feel better than this guy. So I said, you know what? We haven't raced it in a year, over a year. We haven't even driven it or even started it in nearly a year. I think whenever Trojan moved out of the spot, which was March of last year, we put this in there, and that's the last time it ran. So it's been almost a year. I put some fuel in it, threw the battery in it, primed the fuel pump, hit the throttle about 3 or 4 times. It fired right up. and settled in an idle in about 25 seconds. I know there's a lot of great EFI stuff out there. I get it. Terminator X, Holly, Fuel Tech, Haltech, all of that stuff is great stuff. It is expensive and I don't need it. So that Proform right there, it runs great, idles great. Just, I mean, it does, for me, it works. So but it was nice just to fire it up. Just, you know, it's nice. So I already feel better. So there's a test and tune this weekend. And we got a few just little nitpicky things that we want to do to this car, just tiny little bitty things that we want to do to it. And we'll probably take it up and hopefully we'll just have a nice, easy, you know, just a nice day, you know, where everything's working out fine and stuff like that. And, you know, it is what it is. Now, having said that, if I go up there and break the transmission or blow the motor up, I'm not going to be upset because this engine owes me nothing, not a single dime. We have worked this thing. It's the hardest working 302 factory, all stock, short block, hardest working one around here that I know of. So this guy didn't owe me a dang thing. So and the transmission, you know, stuff breaks, but whatever. So we're gonna go up there, try and have, you know, have a good time. Not trying to have, we're gonna have a good time. Take our car that we really enjoy driving. So we'll get back on the silver car. Man, that's frustrating. I just didn't want to deal with it. Not right now. I need a win. And this right here is winning to me. So anyway, I know this video is another clunker, but I'm sorry, you know, we're trying. That's all I can say is that we're trying. So anyway, Club Big Boost is temporarily shut down for renovations, and the old NA General Store, we're open for business. We got everything you need, just the basics. We got bacon, salt, you know, just the stuff that'll get you by every day, never let you down. We're here. So anyway, I guess that's it. Thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing, thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. We literally couldn't or wouldn't do it without you. But especially, thanks for watching. Until next time on Substandard Leader and Fox Body Videos, 1 year only twin turbo Lincoln Town Cars, Ford drag vans, proud owner of Club Big Boost, and as always, fighting a good fight against zombie Mustangs and that scoundrel Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next video. Let's do some work, son.